Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday's live. As you can see, I'm doing a solo today. Amber is taking a little break. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes before we get started. So let me say hello to, hi, Monica. Hi, Heather. Hi, Sally. How is it going, guys? How was your Easter? I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter. Hi, Camille. Hello, hello. So guys, today I'm going to, hi Karen, hello Brenda, hi. So as you can see, I'm here alone. Amber is taking a little break. Hi June. So guys, today I prepared for you something floral. We have Mother's Day coming up, and I also wanted to share a few things from the past so you guys can get inspired. My Mother's Day will be here before you know it. Hi Cheryl, how is it going? So let me just bring up, today we're going to make these Mother's Day cookies, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to do those. But before we get started, few things I wanted to tell you. I released a brand new recipe for cream cheese cookies. Some of you have already tried these. There is orange zest in these, and it really makes them pop. The orange zest, I think it's a must in these. They do soften up a little bit after they cool, so I'm not sure if they would be ideal for shipping, but you can try maybe in a few days. You know, they will kind of harden up, but right away they're not ideal for shipping. I think they soften up a little bit. I also wanted to remind you I have a tutorial on my blog on how to make these beautiful pansies. You can make these ahead of time and then use them to maybe decorate cookies like this for Mother's Day. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So let's bring up this screen. So today I'm using round cookies, and I used icing that I colored with royal blue, and I added just a touch of black to make this nice color. And I'm using 15-second consistency here. And if you have any questions, just pop them in the comment section. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. So for this project, ideally you want to flood a day before you want to finish. You want the icing to be set. And then once the icing dries, you can add more details. So let me show you how to do that. Let me remove this screen and then bring up this screen. So I'm using luster dust here. This is gold luster dust. And I'm going to add a little bit of Everclear to make the paint. And as far as the luster dust goes, you can use different brands. I mean, I do like Roxy and Rich. Their Aztec Gold, it's fabulous. But if you can get your hands on that particular brand, you can also look up different brands. This is, I have Sugar Flare, Gold Sparkle. That's what I'm using in this video. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello to Italy. And now I'm going to use a fan brush. I don't know if you guys have used fan brush. Now you just want to stir it really well. But the fan brush is really fun to use on cookies. And the one I have, it's from Borderlands Bakery. So here we go. This is the fan brush. You just want to dip the very tip of the bristles in the paint, and then you want to run it over your dry icing. You can just do one stroke, or you can do two. I ended up doing two. So these are the cookies. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to remove this and bring up my other camera. There you go. Little camera dance. Oh, okay. So let me adjust the. Okay. So I've got my cookie here. Okay. And I decided to do a floral theme with. Does anyone know what this type of a flower is called? It's like more of a wild. Thank you, June. Oh, you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know. Can you guys hear me? I'm just gonna wait for you to. There's a little bit of a delay. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. Maybe Karen, I don't know. Maybe you're muted. Maybe let's see if maybe your computer is totally muted. Anyway, so I'm going with this style, kind of like a wild flower. I've been going for walks now, so I see these a lot. So to do these unusual branches, oh, very soft. Okay, is it better now? Is it better? Can you? Okay. Thank you, thank you. All right. So I'm using my scribe here. My icing is dry. It's been drying for a day or two. And so you want to, I mean, you can do this directly on a cookie with icing, but I'm just going to do it with a scribe first. Because this is a kind of like an unusual shape. So I'm just scratching the surface here. And these are going to be branches for my floral. I wouldn't even call it arrangement, but it is this. It's like these are like random branches all over. Okay, let's do one here. You can obviously add some later if you want to fill it. Okay, let's start with this, and it should be okay. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly, Heather. Yeah, something like that. But I don't like. I'm sure they have different names. So as far as the green goes, this is a green that I'm using. And it's leaf green with a touch of ivory, and also I added some black just to get this color. And I'm using Tipla's bag today. And I looked up these. Not even a branch. What do you call it? It's not a branch on a small flower like that. Stem. Sorry, stem. So these stems they have like knots almost on them. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. You see me doing a little like dot there. How was your Easter, guys? Did you do anything fun? Oh, another thing I did for Easter, and it was my very first time. I did bunny rolls. I don't know if you were watching my stories on Instagram. I actually also released a kind of like a last minute video on YouTube and a tutorial on my blog how to make bunny rolls. They were so cute, and everybody loved them. So now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna talk about piping tips a little bit. Now this piping tip you probably are very familiar, right? This is a petal tip 101. Mostly we use this for obviously flowers, ruffles, and things like that. Here are some samples. You can also use it to make roses. These are made with 101 petal tip. Also, this is another thing you can do, and also these very traditional kind of like cherry blossoms. Okay. Now this piping tip, it's very hard to see, I think, but it's basically the same thing as this big one, okay? Just a smaller version. It's 101S. So this is 101. It goes up 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. Ate too much candy. Oh, that sounds fun, Heather. I spent the weekend making flower arrangements with my mother. 36 flower arrangements. What for? Did you donate them or make them maybe for church or something or make for your friends? So this one is 101S. I don't know if the S indicates that it's small, but that's the one I'm going to be using. And also you can find, if you guys are following me in Coffee, in my template shop, I just posted, I'm going to put it in the comments. I posted live stream recap, kind of like a thing. It's a PDF with links to different recipes and tutorials that I'm going to be mentioning today, and also a link to this particular piping tip. Okay, and here I've got icing, stiff consistency. You see, I have two shades of pink. This is just like marbled. It's not really particularly organized or aligned in any way. So you just, if you want, you can have like a little bit of more dimension there. Oh, here. Okay, let's see. I'm going ahead. So you tell me which way you prefer these flowers. Okay, so you can obviously. Okay, let's see if I can get this way. Okay, let me bring up. Okay, you can do a little petal. You can do a lot of little petals, or you can just do go back and forth ruffles, or you can go up and down. Okay, so you choose which way you like it. Like right now, I'm struggling with my shoulders, so I want to like I was decorating for an hour and I was in quite a lot of pain, so I have to kind of be mindful of what kind of stuff I'm doing. Um, oh, okay, I see. Well, that's a wonderful thing to do. You're struggling with the recipe. Can you maybe elaborate what kind of recipe? So as you can see, we've got all these stems, and at the end of each stem, I'm going to paint a flower. And then if we need to, we can add additional stems and flowers. So I did the ones I did earlier today. I just went with the ruffle. So basically just going up and down. And these, they don't have to be perfect. If you think they have to be perfect, they don't. If you need to smooth any of the icing, this is cornstarch and I'm using dry paintbrush. You can do that. Cornstarch will kind of prevent your brush from sticking to your icing. Or I'm going to do another one, and that one I'm going to do back up like this, okay? And then you can just do small one. Nothing fancy really. And the cornstarch, you can blow it away with, if it bothers you, you can use, this is a decorating bottle and it just works really well. Wow, this is amazing. You had 300 arrangements. Oh, so they do come in. So I made them in yellow, but I think this is maybe a little too bright. I was under the impression that baby's breath is only they only come as white, but I guess I was wrong. So I really like delicate design, something very kind of dainty. So I think these are really cute. Like I said, if you have to shape it, kind of fix any kind of boo-boos, use your paintbrush. You can also use a scribe, but that can be a little too sharp. Okay, so pale yellow. Okay. I don't know why I thought, what is the stuff called that is white? Because I love that also. I have that in the house. It dries really well, so you can use it in arrangements. But I'm no florist by no means. I can't do like fancy stuff. See, very easy to do. And these come together quite fast. And like I said, if you marble your icing, it will give your flowers a little more dimension. Although you could, I suppose, dust them once they dry with the petal dust or something like that. But if you are short on time, marbling really works. Okay, I think we need a few more flowers. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. And I think I have to fill this section here. So let's see if we can bring one or two more stems in. Let's do, because they, if you look at them, they in real life, the branches are like very weird. So let's do one here, and I'll come from here to here. Okay. Okay, little cornstarch. Thank you, Melinda, and thank you, Heather. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce that, but thank you. My mother, my mom, she always, I guess, I assume that's like is it Latin or something? Um, when I tell her any kind of, or show her any kind of flower, she immediately knows all the Latin names or genes or whatever they're called. Okay. And you can play, like I said, with different colors. Now, next step, it's this little kind of, what do you call this? Ribbon or something that you can write on a message. Initially, I was thinking of using a wafer paper. The starch, Sally, I was just using starch because icing is sticky, so I wanted to avoid kind of getting the icing onto the brush. So cornstarch creates kind of like a barrier, and it's easier to shape. Banner, yes. Thank you, Heather. Yes. So for that, I'm using, again, stiff icing, and this is a basket weave. If I could see, 47. Okay, these do come in different sizes, but this is 47. You could also use a ribbon. There are specific ribbon piping tips. This one has teeth on one end, on one side, and on the other one there are no teeth. So I'm going to be using the side with no teeth up, and I'm just going to pipe a straight line across like this. Make a full stop. Now, while this is wet, take your, this is a boo-boo stick. These do come in different sizes, I mean two sizes. So I'm using the small one, and they both have, it's the same idea. Nowadays, I think Borderlands Bakery, this is Borderlands Bakery. Lisa has metal ones in her shop. Metal one, this is a boo-boo stick or two-in-one tool. So now I'm going to, oops, oh, starch, I forgot my starch. Talking about starch, now I forget it. So I'm dipping my tool in starch. Oops, a lot of starch. Okay, let me clean this up. That I don't know, Jude. I don't know. Um, but it might be heavy. I have no idea. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Thank you. Thank you, Gallegos. Is that right? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. So again, I'm going with my boo-boo stick, scraping this section off. And now after this, if you want to, you could maybe texturize this banner, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I think it's okay. It has to dry before you can do anything else on it. So I've got one. Let's do this one. Here you can see the difference in the size of the branches. These were quite thin, and I made these a bit thicker. So I like the thicker ones. So, but for the demonstration, I'm just going to use this cookie here. And all we have to do now at this point, if you wanted to, you could shade kind of your banner. Maybe you want to use some brown petal dust or something like that. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Sometimes I feel like we're adding so much, so many different things. We're painting, we're adding so much color, so much additional kind of stuff. So today I'm gonna leave it very simple. This is edible marker. I'm gonna open it up. And you can see it has one end that is kind of like a regular marker, and this one is super fine. And this is a marker by Rainbow Dust. Okay. They do have different colors. I've got silver gray here that I love for tracing designs on cookies. It's not actually silver, like metallic silver. It just indicates that it's a color that is like silver, but it's not metallic. They also have red and blue. I think they have all the colors, but I think they're sold individually. I don't think you can get all of them in one um, set. So I do, if you just want to get one, black is the one that I would recommend. Oops, I'm gonna use the other side. Keep forgetting. All right. So now we're just going to write mom. Very simple. Reminder, this icing underneath needs to be dry, completely dry. If it's still wet, you're going to mess it up. And if you want to put some weight on some of these lines, you can. Oops. Where did I? Oh. And that's basically it. Whenever I try to use a tiny pebble tip, okay, let's see. It clogs or comes out in curls. Is there a trick to it? If it comes out in curls, are you putting a lot of pressure on it, or is your icing like overly stiff, like super stiff? Let's see if I can. So I've got my icing here, and this is my small 101S. So I'm putting a lot of. I mean, is it like I don't know? Like you have to. The thing is, because this is very thick and the opening is small, you pressing the bag, and it seems like nothing is happening. Okay, so I think you just have to learn to control how much pressure you put on your bag. Because if you are squeezing it, like I'm squeezing it, really hard now, a lot of icing is coming out. So if you control it, if you learn to control the pressure, I think you should be okay. Thank you, Camille. All right, I'm gonna take a little break just to bring up a few more things for you guys to get you kind of thinking about Mother's Day. Another thing you can create are these beautiful butterflies. And I have actually a tutorial, I think, on YouTube. And if you want to include these cherry blossoms, I love cherry blossoms. You can also include them on this kind of a design, all cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms you can make ahead of time. And I have a full tutorial on my YouTube channel. And the link to that tutorial is also in this newsletter that is listed in my coffee shop. Also, these cookies, if you are just starting out, I love gingham. These are very simple, and you can make like a little bouquet with these. Tutorial on my blog, hanyalas.com. If you are into fondant decorations, maybe you want to make some sunflowers. If your mom likes sunflowers, sunflowers are so cheerful. So you can try those or make them from royal icing. This was a tutorial that I created for Valentine's Day, but I can totally see I love you. You can change that to mom. Why not? Or I love you, mom, or you mom rocks, or something like that if you wanted to include that little heart. This is like a bouquet design there. Okay. Do I have anything else? Oh, yes, I almost forgot. So I last week I often get asked to create recipe for a sponge cake using just 2 eggs. So I created this recipe. It's part of my easy sponge cake recipe on my blog. And in a few weeks, I'm collaborating with Amber. We're doing a succulent theme. So I created these mini cakes, um, and I can't wait to share how to make them with you soon. Okay. Another thing you guys can create, if your mom maybe is a coffee lover, you can create these really stick, very easy actually. These are so easy to do and so fun. Easy kind of coffee bubbles. And I do have a tutorial on my blog. Just look up mug cookies or something like that. Mandala cookies, very colorful and just happy looking. You can also find template in my template shop. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, you could do Mima Rocks. I like that. Okay, with that in mind, let me bring up my. If you guys wanted to sign up to the newsletter so you get updates about all the blog stuff, and also there is a separate newsletter for just the cookie decorating. I'm putting that in a comment section. Let me take this off. Okay. All right, everyone. So we will be back in 2 weeks. Amber will be joining us in 2 weeks. If you missed last tutorial that Amber did, she decorated these beautiful daisy cookies. You can find all the previous lives in a playlist on YouTube and also on Facebook, along with tons of other live streams that we did together and also with Marlon. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.